It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Dunkaccino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Dunkaccino.
It's a whole new game.
Dunkaccino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Attica, hoo-ah, lottie light. This whole trial is out of sight. They pull me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl, I know it was you. Everyone wants my dunkaccino. Can't get enough of my dunkaccino. Kids from 7 to 17 lining up for my dunkaccino. What's my name?
Dunkaccino.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What the Hell Happened to Them. It's your host, Patrick Skeyhill, along with Jackson Jack Flash.
No.
I think we're going to go with that one now, Joe.
All
what do you think
right.
about that?
No, that's fine.
I think it sounds really good.
I think it's serviceable.
JJ Flash, what movie are we watching this week?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill is brought to you by Turkeys.
I see a lot of those.
Yeah, I know. I
Turkey season's approaching.
There was one I saw. I was on the train yesterday, and there was one trying to like run with the train and keep up with the train, and then it was trying to fly.
They can't fly.
That turkey had dreams, so
right? They can't fly.
This is brought to you by the Association of Turkeys across America. Turkeys just want to let you know that they're out there and they're people too. All right. Thank you, and of course we have the incomparable Lev Van Rensselaer on the soundboards, and our intern, Jiminy. Jiminy will be watching the phone, so you can call in whenever you want.
He's got a little mustache now. He's growing up.
He is growing a little bit of a mustache. I don't like it.
Ooh.
Jiminy, but we don't have a workplace policy here, so I guess you can keep
well, we shouldn't state one if you don't like it.
Your little embarrassing, scraggly mustache scraggles. That's fine.
Oof. I mean, I know we don't pay him, but you should treat him with a little respect.
That's why I'm trying to help him out and say, Jiminy, do yourself a favor, get rid of that mustache, please. You'll be okay. I believe in you. All right, Joe, tell us a little bit about Jack and Jill. What's the plot?
Twins, baby. It's all about twins.
That's what happens.
This movie's about twins. I don't...
Twins.
I think, well... No, it's just about twins.
Hey, Joe, you know what I realized during this movie?
What?
Twins are weird.
Twins, like, they know each other so well.
Like, there's just something weird
They do
about
everything
twins.
the same.
And maybe it's media has not been kind to twins. I'm waiting for, like these twins, like, political correctness stuff to come out and being like, twins aren't weirdos.
Jesus.
Stop giving us weird parts of movies. We're more than just those girls in The Shining. But that's like the type of role I've only
ever seen.
Were they even
twins? I think they were just sisters that were like a year apart.
They look, I don't know. They looked I think they're supposed to be twins, creepy twins.
Yeah, I think they were.
And that sets the standard for creepy twins to come.
They
up to and including The Forest, where the twins have a psychic connection.
Where it's not really twins, though. It's just the actress.
Just one actress, right? And
it's the Lindsay Lohan duplicate.
Right? Where are the twins activists? Like, you can't have non-twins play twin roles.
Oh, man. There
How
we go.
dare you? Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Pew, pew, shots fired. All right, so
this is good.
Let twins be twins.
Starting off pretty hot.
Let twins be twins. That's our motto here. All right, so
this movie is rated PG.
This
movie is rated PG.
That's fine. It's just got dumb humor in it, so
nothing happens in this movie.
I know. Like, so that's the thing. Like, so this movie. So what was up with the twins at the beginning? Like, why are we?
Did you watch the end credits with the rest of the twins?
Yeah. Like, is this, like, sometimes it felt like they just interviewed twins and says, twins talk about being twins. And sometimes it felt like they were, like, scripted lines.
Oh, my God, I was just going to say this. I really felt like, they fed them the lines that they wanted to say.
Yeah, like, I think they were like, you're not giving us any jokes. Let's write some
point,
for you.
though,
yes.
I didn't think they were twins. I thought it was the split screen thing where they have one person.
No, I thought that, too, yeah. Like, when the one guy had a mustache and the other guy didn't.
Yeah.
You were like, are we playing a weird game
But then,
here?
And then I thought they dressed up like one guy again, because there was like there was like two big guys that were bald, and then there was two other big guys that were very similar big guys that just had mullets.
Yeah, you know what's weird is that like it was like all the twins, like not one of them was like fatter than the other one.
Yeah,
like one of them didn't choose to like let himself go and make bad life decisions, and you know, and they always had the same body shape. So now I think that like when one twin gains weight, the other twin has to gain weight too. Like, it just happens. And so the one twin's like, Bill,
twin
stop.
tuition.
Yeah, the one twin's like, Bill, stop eating all those fucking cheeseburgers. I gained that weight too, I gained it. And the guy's like, I just gotta live the way I want to live, man.
Bill lives the life.
Bill doesn't
leads.
care about his twin. He's a bad twin. He doesn't care about the harm he's doing to his blood brother.
Like literal blood brother.
Yeah, I know. And they only had the one opposite gendered twins, the little kids at the end of the opening. So what was the point of that? Why do we have to? I don't know why we were there.
This movie is about opposite gender twins.
I know. We would very soon find out it was about twins had we not already known, because we walked into this movie presumably knowing what we were going to watch.
I'd like to propose something.
Yes.
Would this movie have been more interesting if the whole Jack and Jill thing was a farce, where you find out that Jack is a real person, but then sometimes he wants to dress up like a woman because he wants to think that he has a sister.
No, but
I know
that's not a farce. That's some weird, depressing.
I mean,
independent film, like a Lars and the Real Girl type of thing. No, but this movie does go in that weird direction where Adam Sandler starts dressing up as his twin sister.
I know. That's why I suggested
that's where the farce comes in, where he's already cross-dressing as another role, but then his character has to cross-dress to pretend to be that role.
To fall in love with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, who plays himself in this movie, along with Johnny Depp, who plays himself in this movie, and I saw them both in the scene at the same time, and I thought, did you guys read this script before you said yes? Did you?
I think they were just approached at that basketball game.
Yeah, why?
And then Al Pacino's like, I'll sign on to this.
Why would you want to do this project?
This sounds fun.
Well, listen, so I was talking about it with somebody yesterday, and I told them the Oscar joke, and then I said, I wonder why these people are in here. Why Al Pacino chose to do this movie. And then we looked at his TV credits since Scent of a Woman. And it's not that great.
He had Heat.
Heat's not that great, Joe.
Heat. It's long. It's too long.
So what it is,
way too long.
What it is a lot of whatever movies, and then a lot of TV movies and Jack and Jill. So
I was a little more than that.
I
think he has more credits.
Yeah.
Since Scent of a Woman than before he did Scent of a Woman.
Yeah, but they're a lot of crappy movies, or they're very small parts in movies. So it kind of makes sense that he's in here. It's just, you don't like to see it. It's just I feel bad, because then I feel bad for him.
All right, but before you go on, I want to jump to the end.
All right,
really quick, because that last minute when he's just watching the dunkaccino commercial with Adam Sandler, or Jack, because Adam Sandler's not playing Adam Sandler in this movie, even though it kind of feels like it at the end in that last minute, because Al Pacino's like, what is this shit?
Yeah, I like that I had to watch for 88 minutes him try to get Al Pacino in this commercial, and then ultimately Al Pacino doesn't want to be in this commercial after he's already in the commercial.
Yeah, and he does the rap.
And he does the
dunkaccino.
He does the dunkaccino rap, and then Al Pacino's there, and he's like, you got to burn this. And Adam Sandler's like, oh, come on, I'll be fine.
I feel like he's talking about the actual movie they're in.
Jack and Jill.
It got really real. They're like, it felt like a really.
Al Pacino's character was all over the place in this movie.
But the universe that they were setting up, there was ooh, I
don't understand. Al Pacino started off as a crazy guy, and then he was a bad guy. Then he was just a guy with a crush, and then he was a bad guy.
He's also a theater actor that got mad at someone for having his cell phone ring, and then his phone rings, and he does not give a shit.
Yeah, well,
and everyone's going along with it, though, and I'm like.
But then at the end, Al Pacino becomes the good guy.
Was he the good guy?
He was the good guy
because he doesn't like this movie.
No, he was a good guy because he says Adam Sandler. He says Adam Sandler's name. He says, Adam Sandler, your sister's one of person who should be nicer to her. I know I'm treating her like a piece of meat, but you...
Yeah, he does treat her like a piece of meat,
you be very nice to her because she's a really sweet person, and you should stop being such a dickhead. And Adam Sandler's like, oh, fuck, all right, thank you for teaching me the moral of this movie. Goodbye. And then Al Pacino also follows them to New York and, saves the day there, too, at the bar.
This movie is so strange.
And then she Adam Sandler has to tell them, yeah, I don't love you, so sorry. And then he's just like, all right, well, I'm Don Quixote, so what do I care? And I thought that Don Quixote subplot might go somewhere thematically, something about. And then it just did. It was just some weird thing they threw in there. I don't know if Al Pacino was like, I always wanted to be a Man of La Mancha, which is not a good musical. I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but that's my hot take. That musical is not good. It has, like, it's just, it's so long and boring. And there are, like, 4 songs. Like, why are we doing here?
I've never seen it.
I don't like it as a movie. I don't like it on the stage. Just don't bother. Like, and I should love that because that's a cool story. And then you turn a musical, that should be awesome. And then you didn't. You screwed it up. Way to go. Oh, man.
You got that off your chest.
I was just watching this. I'm like, look, Man of La Mancha.
And
right. You know what else went nowhere? The tape thing. Where their son tapes everything to himself. I thought maybe like he'd tape something to him.
Their
and that
adopted son.
And that, okay, whatever. Like he would tape something to him and that would save the day.
Mm-hmm.
But then they didn't. Like it's just something that he kind of did every now and then. Like sometimes they got some jokes, sometimes they just cut to it and they will hope it would be a joke. So I don't know why that. And then
he taped a pepper.
Yeah. Take it to his head like a unicorn. He was like a pepper unicorn. And then she's just like jerking it to get his food on his plate.
The daughter kept dressing up like the doll that she had with her in the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why that was happening.
I don't know why that didn't really go into.
Was it ever explained?
I think no, it was just like a little girl thing, I guess. And then they like dressed Jill up like the doll. Mm-hmm. Like I think that's supposed to be the payoff, but that doesn't feel like a payoff because that's nothing.
It just felt like another dress-up scene.
Yeah, like I don't know what we're looking at there. And then also, we had to talk about like 8 minutes of twin powers at that uncomfortable Thanksgiving dinner, which I was praying every minute that Thanksgiving dinner would.
I want to ask you, how long do you think that was? Because I timed it.
You did?
I timed it.
Listen, I think it was like
because you didn't look at it.
Like 12 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how long is it?
It's like 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
God, it goes on forever. So much of this movie was me being like. Was me being like, we have an hour and 15 minutes of this movie left. We have an hour of this movie left. Mm-hmm. We have 40 minutes of this movie left. Yeah. How are they gonna do that?
I find this very interesting because I had the opposite reaction. I'm like, this movie's almost over. Nothing's happened.
Oh my god, so much
until they got on the boat and then it slowed down.
Nothing happened. Oh yeah, they went on the boat. I forgot they went on the boat. Anyway, going back to the Thanksgiving.
They went on the boat. That's when everything happened. That's when Sandler dresses up.
They're on a boat for so short. No, they were at that Thanksgiving dinner, and I just remember praying every minute that went by, like, hope this is like Krisha. I hope this becomes like Krisha really soon.
Where you find out that Jill's on.
I hope Jill's actually like a secret alcoholic and she ruins Thanksgiving. And then the movie gets much better. Like that would have been awesome. But then no.
Do you think the director of Krisha saw Jack and Jill? Like, I've got an idea.
Let me tell you how to do a good Thanksgiving scene. Can't wait till they put that one out on DVD. You hear me, 824? Are you listening to me? No. So anyway, so the Thanksgiving scene, they're talking so long about twin powers, and you're like, oh, maybe they're gonna have twin powers that save the day at some point.
Magical twin powers.
Yeah. Right. And then they don't, so I don't know why I'm taking that effing detour for so long about these effing twin powers that were even brought up in the opening interviews, which still have no relevance to this film. So, and then so the other thing that I thought was neat.
Hold on.
Yes.
We're still at the Thanksgiving dinner?
Okay.
Alan Covert playing his Happy Gilmore character, the hobo.
I was trying to figure out why that guy was at that Thanksgiving dinner.
Didn't he look familiar to you?
No, I know it was Alan Covert.
I know, but like he had the beard, the long,
just
shaggy
like some
hair.
Guy. Yeah, I just trying to figure out why he's there. Like
I think it's the same character though.
Like they are meeting old people that I don't know who they are yet, and then I can presume these kids are the kids. And then there's just Alan Covert.
I'm trying to find the connected universe.
No. I'm just trying to understand who he is and why he was there. And
they
he's just some homeless guy, and they invited him.
They invited him over because he was homeless, and they wanted to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
But that didn't even go anywhere. Like, what am I supposed to take away from that?
Didn't he like disappear too?
Yeah, then he walked away because it was awkward.
Yeah.
And then like they found him in a tree. Mm-hmm. And then that was it.
So another thing I wanted to ask.
Yes.
How do you think? What did you think of this movie when you find out that Adam Sandler is working in advertising, so they can fit in all of their the ads in the movie, like the Pepto-Bismol, the Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I
thought it was just like Adam Sandler's working in Hollywood again as his character. Like this just feels like they're.
Yeah, I thought he was a director at first, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, he's a director of commercials.
I thought he just worked at an ad agency.
No, he is the ad agency, so they make their own commercials and they sell them to corporations.
Oh, so he's like the Harry Crane.
Yeah, he had like a Dunkin' Donuts was his client, and he wanted to keep them, so that's why they wanted Al Pacino, and like that was the deal. So that's what Tim Meadows and Nick Swartzen are his or his underlings.
Nick Swartzen he's finally found his little Sandler.
I just realized this in this movie. Nick Swartzen I don't think is a good actor.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think
he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
so.
but I've seen stand-up comedians come over here, like David Spade's stand-up comedian. I think he's good.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Sandler's stand-up comedian, but he's good. Tim Meadows, I think, is a stand-up comedian. He's good.
He was just on SNL. I don't know if he's actually a stand-up. He's like a sketch comedy guy.
All right. So, but like a Chris Rock stand-up guy, also good actor. I think Nick Swartzen I don't think can act. So just Nick Swartzen, just stick with the stand-up. Or you could didn't he have that weird little sketch show on Comedy Central?
Probably, they all do.
So, you were fine on that, Nick Swartzen. So just go do that stuff. Just stop being in these movies.
Yeah, I heard him on a podcast one time, and his persona in real life really feels close to the characters he plays in these movies. I'm not kidding.
His characters haven't felt that similar to me.
Maybe I recently watched the next movie.
Like in this movie, he was kind of like a suit and tie, kind of straight-laced kind of guy, and he was getting himself in trouble a lot by being too straight and narrow. And then the movie before that, he was kind of like some clunky, doofy kind of dude. And then before that, I think he was like a construction worker for 5 seconds.
I mean,
in that movie where the school's gonna blow up, and it was like a big deal, but for no reason.
Oh, bedtime stories? Is that what you're referencing?
Is that what that is?
I think that's the bedtime.
That movie had some holes. So
I forgot all about there was a school in that movie. We watched it like 2 weeks ago.
The school thing annoys me just because it wasn't a big deal. There are other schools. Like there isn't less education because you blow up a school.
The movie's about schools and hotels.
That movie was
It's supposed to be a kid's movie.
So weird. It had gladiators in it and space men and yeah.
What was that pitch like?
So here, I wonder what this pitch was like.
I know what this pitch was like.
So this was a movie I would. What? Tell me about the pitch.
Adam Sandler wants to work with Al Pacino. Al Pacino's like, I want to work with Adam Sandler, but I just want to play myself.
I don't want to have to work.
I want to play an
hard
exaggerated version of myself.
Movie.
Maybe not that exaggerated.
Did you see Bruce
Willis?
Bruce Jenner was in this movie.
Oh,
pre-Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Did you see that? For like 5 seconds.
That's very interesting.
That's how old this movie is.
This movie has a lot of the gender politics with it because Sandler's dressing up like a woman in it.
But this one, like if you got this movie started to play a twin and the twin has to be of the opposite gender, like you can't have a woman play it. That's all. You know. Do
you think Sandler just wanted to reprise the Gap Girl from SNL? Do you remember that sketch? Because David Spade was basically his Gap Girl.
Yeah. I do remember that then. Yeah. Because I remember the David
That's
Spade
the voice
character.
He's doing. He can.
Yeah.
I said last.
I think that's just his lady voice.
Yeah. Well, I said last time he only has one voice.
Yeah.
He has two voices. He has his lady voice, and then he has his like I'm a voice where he's like a what's what? I'm trying to think of the character. You
don't even know.
Well, it's like his like. I mean, I really got that's my voice.
He's got like his Billy Madison voice, where he's all like, "Hey man, what's going on?"
Is that your impression?
That's my impression.
That's good.
Hey, Chris Farley, I miss you a lot.
Oh, that's really sad.
True. So this one, so the only thing I knew about this movie going into it was the South Park.
Oh, that's what I said.
The South Park fake commercial that I thought was a fake.
South Park.
South Park has all these movie trailers in one of their movies, and one of them was for Jack and Jill. He's like, Adam Sandler is Jack, and Adam Sandler is Jill. And I was thinking, that looks like a terrible movie. I'm glad they're not making that. I'm glad this is just a joke on South Park. And then like 6 months later, I saw it in a theater, and I went, it's real. And then they also...
That's real.
So that's all I knew about. So I didn't know what exactly was going to happen in this movie. And then they have like that opening... So it was out. You have the interviews that are there for no reason. And then you have like the opening credit stuff. And like that actually was kind of neat because it's like it looks like this movie's going to... You figure out what the movie's going to be about. It looks like Adam Sandler's going to try to find this girl. And like Adam Sandler's sister is just super jealous and possessive and wants to be super twinny and stuff. But then that doesn't really happen because he's already married. Is that Katie Holmes?
Oh, that is Katie Holmes.
So he's already married to Batman's second girlfriend. First girlfriend.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is the second one.
So weird.
They look nothing alike.
So Tom Cruise let her be a Jack and Jill, but didn't let her be in the second Batman.
I'm not sure if they were broken up.
Oh, okay.
I think they might have been broken up by now.
That's good. Katie Holmes, do whatever.
This is their first decision after breaking up with Tom Cruise.
Katie Holmes, do whatever you want to do. Though I wish you had better decision-making skills than Jack and Jill.
The Jill voice is Adam Sandler's
and not only that, Katie Holmes, but what a crappy role in Jack and Jill. You know, you're better than that. That standard wife, nothing role. Katie Holmes, go get a really. It really feels like the
Sienna Miller role, the standard wife role.
You could put any woman in there. It doesn't matter. But Katie Holmes, be better, all right? Katie Holmes, you could be one of my movies. It's fine. We'll get you a nice role.
Do you know what I'm talking about with the Sienna Miller thing, though?
No.
She's played, Bradley Cooper's wife in, 4 movies now, where she's got, no agency, and she's just the wife.
All right, was it Sienna Miller? Mm-hmm. Let's get you a role too.
Yeah.
We're going to get you and Katie Holmes, and you're going to be, I don't know.
I want a buddy cop movie.
Robot Cops from the Future. Is that what we did with Adam Sandler last week?
Robot Cops from the Future?
Was Adam Sandler a robot cop from the future?
Maybe.
All right, okay, we can't do that then. All right, so Sienna and Katie, let's have, maybe you go back in time and you solve dinosaur crimes.
Dinosaur crimes?
Dinosaur crimes.
What would that entail?
Right? Doesn't it sound interesting, Sienna and Kate? All right, give me a call. You can give Jiminy a call on the line, and we'll patch you through, and we can kind of work out the deets.
Because I like her. I liked her to get better roles.
Let's do it, right? You guys are better than Jack and Jill and whatever Bradley Cooper's in, and
she played the Sienna Miller's the wife in American Sniper.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of movies I liked Bradley Cooper in. The A-Team, obviously, because it's one of the greatest movies ever. But also Civil Lines Playbook.
Yeah, I like.
But I didn't like him in American Hustle.
You know how I feel about that movie.
Yeah,
that movie is.
And was he in Joy? I liked him in Joy.
Yeah, he was like the.
Yeah. He was the TV producer.
Guy. Or TV guy.
Okay,
but yeah.
So that's all. So I thought, I know what this movie's gonna be, and this movie wasn't about that. But this movie wasn't really about much, or it was about so much that it felt like it was about nothing. It was so many different plot threads that they were just this probably all syncs together, and it kind of didn't. And what terrible editing in this movie! It's probably not your fault, editor. Whoever you are, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. You probably did the best you could work with, so it might be a directing thing. Mm-hmm. Is this a Dugan film?
This is a Dugan joint. Give me a second.
Is this Dugan's first foray onto the Criterion Collection?
Oh God! Do you think they're ever? Oh my God! It is a Dugan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think there was just some weird. Maybe it was really hard to kind of have the two actors have Adam Sandler play the two roles in the same scene at the same time, and so you kind of got this stilted kind of cutting you had to do to make that work and flow because it just didn't feel like it had any energy in any of these scenes.
I'm going to tell you something right now. This movie came out Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, that makes sense. I buy that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what did it make? What did it make in its opening weekend?
Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah. Was that its attempt at an awards grab? Hey, let's put this out. Let's put this out.
Sandler's first attempt at an awards. Wait, I think this might have gotten nominated for makeup or something.
I hope not. But for what?
I'll look into it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So tell me about the opening weekend grosses.
Well, the budget.
Yeah.
$1 million less than his last few films.
So $79? What? Okay, fine.
79. Where is this money going?
Adam Sandler needs his money.
Do you think the other half went to Al Pacino?
Needs his money. You had to choreograph that really weird Dunkin' Donuts rap thing.
But you would think that all the ads in the movie would just pay a lot of the budget off.
Well, yeah. So maybe it would be easy for this movie to make money, right? So it cost $79 million, but then some of that advertising money then helps to get that movie in the black.
Here you go.
Yeah.
The budget was $79 million.
Yes.
The domestic gross was $74 million.
All right, finally. We're finally getting a bomb in here.
Here we go.
Have we had a really big... Have we had an Adam Sandler bomb yet?
Punch Drunk Love.
That's sad.
The movie made $1 million less than what it was budgeted for. It was only budgeted for $20 million.
That's actually not that bad for an indie film. It probably didn't play in every theater, right?
It played the Zoetrope for a while.
No way.
Mm-hmm. I really wish I
And
went
I
there.
always get mad at the Zodiac Show for not showing movies like that more, but I guess they did. All right, go on.
Yeah. The foreign was 75 million, so it made money because it made 150 million worldwide.
All right, so you're probably looking at, so if it costs $79 million to make, you're probably looking at $40 million in ads. So you do clean up net like $10 million in there.
Yeah, but it's significantly less than what he.
So I'm glad people
usually
looked at
makes.
that and they said, I don't want to go see that.
They probably thought it was a joke. This looks like a joke movie.
I thought it was a joke on South Park. I legitimately did.
This movie came out 11/11/11.
Oh, like that movie 11/11/11.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how did it do? How did it do compared to other films that came out that weekend?
Oh, it won 10 Razzies,
I remember that. I remember it winning all the Razzies.
breaking Battlefield Earth's record for most Razzies for a single film.
Well, I don't know. Listen,
I guess it didn't. I thought maybe it was an
think
Eddie Murphy film.
If I had to guess, I think Battlefield Earth is worse than Jack and Jill. But and this is why I'm starting. This is why I'm starting to get afraid of doing these podcasts. Because I thought this movie would be like getting close to 8 Crazy Nights territory, and you know what? I was just so blasé through the whole thing. Like, I think I'm becoming numb to terrible Adam Sandler movies. Like, I should be leaving this movie and go, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. But I just went like, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And that's the wrong attitude to have.
You're having Stockholm syndrome.
That's what's happening.
With Adam Sandler movies.
Like, I should have left this movie in a rage and a fury. Like, if Ronnie had been able to join us like he wanted to, and he'd been like on the outside coming in, he'd been like, what the F did I just watch? And we'd be like,
I like how you're holding
Ronnie,
back your curses, by the way.
Ronnie, it's not that bad, you know? Ronnie, and he'd be like, stop defending this movie. What's wrong with you? Like, that's what, like, that's, so I really, we have to get done with this podcast soon, because something is now wrong with my brain. Where I can look at that movie and go,
I would like for you to have watched this 2 years ago before we started this.
Yeah.
And it'd be your first one you ever watched.
I would have hated it.
You would have been like,
I was like, I can't do any of these. I can't sit through a million of these terrible Adam Sandler movies. I'm broken.
8 Crazy Nights is still the bar, though.
It's awful. But I worry if I went back and watched 8 Crazy Nights, I'd go,
it's not that bad.
I don't want to shoot myself, so it's not so terrible. Yeah, it's got, they have...
It's finally happened. You've come to the dark side. Welcome.
You beat me, Adam Sandler. You beat the hope out of me.
After the Thanksgiving dinner scene?
Yeah.
Why is it in the woods? Why are they in the woods?
Like, does she...
How far away is there... Why are they're like deep into the woods?
She runs into the woods, like they live in the woods. What was weird is how quickly that escalated. Especially if that scene's only 4 minutes. How it starts off with like, oh, he's trying to play nice, and then immediately he's like, I hate you! Mm-hmm. I wish I were dead! He doesn't say that, but it's along those lines. I don't want to be your twin! Like, it took 4 minutes, Adam Sandler. You're already that annoyed. You haven't seen her in years, and that's the level of tolerance that you have. Why is when he picks her up, there's nobody at the airport? Why is that the most?
I did not notice that.
I just went to an airport to drop people off, and then
and
then an hour later I watched Jack and Jill, and yeah, like it was 4:30 in the morning, and that place was pumping and packed and jacked, and everybody was getting out. Like a police officer had to guide me out of the airport because it was that crowded, and he had the direct traffic. He goes there and there's a guy that's sleeping, a worker that's sleeping, and then just Jill.
And this is most likely LAX, right?
Yeah,
in Los Angeles,
one of the
most busiest airports in the world.
Like, he just didn't want to deal with having all those extras and having to shoot the 2 different angles and get him in makeup and get him out of makeup and having to change around the extras. You were just like, all right, let's just have the airport empty and hopefully nobody notices. And then Joe, you didn't notice, so you proved them right. Way to go, way to go. Let him be lazy, Joe.
Me? Wait, what?
You, because you didn't notice.
Notice what?
That the airport was empty.
Oh, I mean,
yeah. It's your fault.
I might have been writing down a note.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. I'm writing down. I'm Joe. I write down all my notes.
My next note was...
Yeah.
When they catch Al Pacino yelling at an audience member with the cell phone footage. Yeah. Why are there so many cuts on that cell phone?
I was about to say that, too. That is like the highest produced YouTube video from a single cell phone ever.
I was very impressed.
Like, the picture was clean. There was no compression on that bad
2011.
boy. Yeah. The angles were crazy and were cutting all around. The sound was incredible.
No.
It sounded like it was taken with a boom mic, taken right over his head.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I was impressed.
That was pitch perfect audio right there. That was a really well put together YouTube video. And if I'm the director, if I'm Derek Dugan, I'm shooting myself. No, if I'm Derek Dugan...
It's Dennis Dugan.
If I'm Dennis Dugan...
Please say his name
Derek
right.
Dugan, I don't care what your name is.
He's an auteur of the highest regard.
Dennis Dugan, please don't sue us. Dennis Dugan...
Why would he sue us?
Slander? I don't know. Yeah. Dennis Dugan, like that should be... You should be looking at that and go, oh, good, I don't have to work hard on this part. We'll just have somebody with a cell phone at that scene. We'll take one of the crew members or one of the extras and just have them take some cell phone footages and done. Palm salt. Why didn't you? Why? Why'd you make it harder on yourself? All right, well, we're going to shoot this YouTube video. I want to get like a sweeping pan from above in the crowd, and then maybe we'll get something low below, and we're going to do different light setups for each of these shots to make sure it looks natural. Why is nobody like, hey, maybe we don't overthink the YouTube video, right? It's a YouTube video.
Okay.
No. That's my Dennis Dugan impression.
Wow.
I don't know what he sounds like, but that's what I think it is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point in the movie where my note was, wait, Adam Sandler works at an ad agency?
Yeah. He is the ad agency. And then there's you know what else went nowhere? The talking bird, who could like repeat words. And I thought maybe like there'd be like some plot thing you get at like that second act twist. Yeah, well, I remember it because I remember 5 seconds into there being a bird, and I'm like, oh, why do we have a bird? I hope it doesn't talk. And then it starts talking, and I go, all right, I'm going to get very annoyed by this bird very quickly.
Norm Macdonald.
And did it. Norm Macdonald, once again, criminally underused in this film.
What does he do in this? I just have Norm.
Norm Macdonald comes in and he says some lines to Adam Sandler. I go, oh my god, all right, it's already better than Grown Ups. All right, good. He's actually going to have like a part here. And like, so Adam Sandler like does the fake Craigslist ad.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's
Norm
the date.
Macdonald is the first guy that shows up for the date.
Yeah, she's walking down slow motion.
Yeah, and Norm Macdonald just like loses his mind and like has the
he's
really
like, what
awkward.
Did I get myself into?
He has a really awkward date and he hides in the ceiling of the bathroom.
Very cartoonish.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they had done more with Norm Macdonald.
I mean, this movie felt like a giant cartoon for those 89 minutes, and then that last minute when Al Pacino's like critiquing the commercial, he's just like he gets enraged, and I'm like, why weren't?
Yeah, it felt like
this is very out of character for this Al Pacino.
I know Al Pacino's been a crazy person the whole time.
Yeah,
but now all of a sudden he cares about this.
Now he cares about his career.
Cares about his image. It was definitely a really weird way to end it. I get they went for the easy joke, so I get why they ended it. It just took us out of the universe as in depth as the Jack and Jill universe was. Oh, you know who else was in it? Drew Carey was in it.
Oh yeah, Drew Carey. Also, Jared from Subway. Jared from Subway.
Too soon.
The ShamWow guy.
Too soon. Why? The Jared from the Subway is kind of really creepy now, right?
Yeah, it's very creepy.
Now that we know what we know about Jared from Subway,
like
it's really like I kept thinking about it as I watched it. I'm like, well, this is a really dark scene now.
Also, when he's like eating a lot of food again.
Yeah,
like, you heard that he gained a lot of
way
weight
back. Well, that's
sad.
Really weird. Really depressing.
So sad.
Yeah,
sad.
Definitely got some egg on your face now, Jack and Jill. I hope this doesn't ruin your reputation. No, like listen, I'm just on my Drew Carey tangent here. I love the Drew Carey Show. It was my childhood sitcom. I loved the weird Ryan Stiles, Daedrich Badger. I can't remember the girl's name. She was in Scrubs too. It's like Kate. It's not Kate McKinnon. I can't remember what it is.
Kate McKinnon is on SNL now.
Yeah.
She's in the new Ghostbusters.
Is that who? Who is she?
She's on SNL. She was in the new Ghostbusters.
Who is she in the new Ghostbusters?
She played the new Harold Ramis.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Okay.
She's not Kristen Wiig or Melissa McCarthy.
I thought Melissa McCarthy played the Harold Ramis.
I thought she played the Dan Aykroyd role.
All right. We clearly...
I saw this. I don't think you saw this.
I have not seen the Ghostbusters movie.
You've seen the poster.
I've seen the poster. I remember the preview. She had Miss McCarthy had like the glasses on. She was like the science person. She was doing the experiments. Isn't that?
I thought that was Harold Ramis.
I thought Harold Ramis does that.
Yeah, that's who McKinnon.
No, I'm talking about Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, no, she's definitely the Dan Aykroyd role.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm wrong,
listen.
Correct me.
We don't.
Call in.
Call in. Send us.
We need to set up an email
on the post.
So Jiminy can get through those.
No, we can sort through the emails. We need to get like radio. They have like a text machine so you can text in live.
I'm glad we waited till almost the end of the Adam Sandler saga to implement an email address.
I thought you already had. I thought you talked about it when we were still setting up and trying to figure out what we were going to do for the podcast. Didn't you get a domain name or something?
You know what we can do?
What?
We can do some editing.
Retcon. We'll do some retcon.
Yeah, we'll throw an ad into the,
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds fine.
That's fine.
So anyway, Drew Carey Show. Love the Drew Carey Show. Love Craig Ferguson in that show.
Craig Ferguson.
The woman who plays Mimi, great. What a great cast. That was a great show. That was a great underrated show.
Couple, five or six seasons? More?
9 seasons.
What?
9 seasons. And Drew Carey loved that show so much.
Yeah.
He funded the last 2 seasons himself when the ratings weren't good anymore.
Why weren't the ratings? That was like when TV was
I can understand.
Everyone was watching everything.
No, I know, but like it was like less compared to the other ABC shows. So they're like, I guess we're gonna they took Whose Line With Us Anyway off first, and then they started.
That was the dumbest decision they've ever.
And then the Drew Carey Show got like weird time slots. They moved it to like the summer. And like I thought they had canceled it, and then I was flipping through channels in August, and there it wasn't. But oh my god! But then you know what they did? They started shooting it single camera.
And
I got to see like a wall of his that used to be the studio audience, and I'm like, what's going on here? So Joe, I want you, behind your water bottle, right there underneath that tape gun, I want you to pull something. Pull what's underneath. Give me that one, just the top one. Yeah. All right. What is that?
That is the Drew Carey Show.
Joe, I want you to open that up.
Oh my god.
Joe, in 2008, when I first moved here, I made my first internet purchase.
Yes.
And I Googled
Kathy Kinney.
Kathy Kinney, I was close. Drew Carey Show Complete Collection. And that's what showed up. And then I ordered it.
Kevin
Pollak's in it for season 1, yep.
John Carroll Lynch,
the Zodiac killer, you may remember. He's in it. He's Drew Carey's brother.
I just like how that's exactly where I would jump to.
So I ordered that, right? And then I put it in my DVD player. Mm-hmm. That was made by some guy in his basement.
Oh, yeah.
In Toronto, and he just made those himself and put like 70 discs amidst these 2 handmade boxes. And then I realized they actually haven't put out the Drew Carey Show Complete Collection.
I think they might have started putting it out, though.
I would be awesome. They have season 1. They only have season 1. I have season 1. I wanted the full thing, so I got that. So that was my first foray, was getting scammed. But then I emailed him and I said, You clearly have made these. It was my first internet purchase. You clearly have made these in your basement, sir. And some of the episodes at the end of the disc, you've put so many episodes on a disc, they don't play. They just cut out in the middle of it. And the quality is terrible, and you've ripped them from different TV stations because I have the little logos at the bottom of the screen from like Cincinnati's WB channel and things like that. And it's like, oh, fine, I'll give you a refund. You can send them back. That's fine. And then he gave me the refund, and then I never sent them back.
Where did you buy this from?
I just Googled it. I'm sure that site's not there anymore because it was 8 years ago.
Yeah, I just looked on eBay really quick, and I found all 9 seasons of the Drew Carey Show sold. And I'm like, wait, I wonder if that was your purchase, but I don't think you got it on eBay.
No, look, that's not even that many discs. No, I definitely didn't get on eBay. It was like just somebody's thing. I'd never ordered online before. I'd never done it. I thought, oh, it's that easy. All right, awesome. I was so glad that somebody had made it. And then I really did the Google research. And like, yeah, they did season 1. They were going to see if it sold well. I guess it didn't. So unfortunately, I'll never get to watch the rest of the Drew Carey Show, except for the few times it's on my TV. So.
Ooh, sell.com. Maybe that's where you got it from.
Maybe. No, it was like just some dude's own website.
The guy's selling this whole series for $35.
Yeah, let me see.
He has a lot of shows, too. You should see if he has...
Oh, my God. This is clearly just stolen.
Just see if he has that All in the Family.
Pirated DVDs. Archie Bunker's Place. Seasons 2 through 4.
Do you see it?
No. There's All in the Family, seasons 1 through 9, which I do own legitimately. Thank you, Amazon.
This is a wild tangent.
Seventh Heaven, A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila. Alf, Alice.
Oh, you're here for the whole thing?
Oh, no, I'm just going to go through these. All in the Family, Amazing Race, America's Got Talent. Who wants to own that? American Horror Story, season 1 through 4.
Those are on
American
DVD
Idol, season 1 through
right?
15, and Are You Afraid of the Dark, Army Wives, but there's no Archie Bunker's Place. What's the new season of American Horror Story?
The Roanoke. And it's... I don't understand...
Is it Roanoke, or is it like a Roanoke-like thing?
I only watched the first episode because I was...
Oh, it's on right now?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's quick. It snuck up on me. I don't watch it. I just like
I
like to know what theme that they do, because I'm like, you're going to run out of ideas soon. And then they always come up with something dumb. The hotel one doesn't feel that different than something they've done before.
The only one that I liked the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
But they both have their takeaways from them. But they're like, I can watch them and like, oh, I enjoy it when it's over. But everything since then, it's hot garbage. Like, as soon as the first episode's over, I'm like, am I really going to finish watching this? I usually do.
Anyway, the point of my story is Drew Carey Show. Great show. Love to see that on DVD someday. Are you hearing that, distributors? Also, anytime anyone ever talks about Drew Carey, anyone that works with Drew Carey, has been on that show with Drew Carey, they always say that he's like the nicest dude ever.
Yeah, he seems really nice. He was on Community.
Yeah, so like every time he came up on when I with Craig Ferguson still had his talk show, he would just be like, "Oh, I like Drew Carey. Drew Carey, sweetest man ever." So I almost think that he kept doing those last 2 seasons that he paid for himself just because he wanted to keep his friends employed.
Oh.
Like, part of me thinks that. So, Drew Carey, if you're listening and that happens to be true, please let me know. Also, can I, like, hang out with you sometime? We could high five. And
do you think he still has that hole in his hand?
From the Community episode? Yeah, I love it when I see him in things. Like, it took me a while to get used to him being super skinny, but he looked really good in this episode. And I like his, like, he's kind of like this deadpan type of humor now that he's on there. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Oh, Price is Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I remember when he was on there and he was, like, really fat, like, when he first started doing that show, like, he looked like he was hating life. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I can't believe this is my job now. I used to be a TV star, now I gotta do this. But now he's, like, I think he really likes, like, meeting all the Price is Right people and, like, having that energy. I think he's really into it.
I mean, he's found his job for the rest of his career.
He can Bob Barker right till he's 90. He's fine.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is Bob Barker still alive?
Now you're breaking my Drew Carey DVDs.
No.
Way to break my bootlegged, not well-working DVDs. Thank you.
I'm sorry. The last 20 minutes really felt like gibberish to me. I wasn't understanding anything that was happening.
I kept falling asleep because it was, an all-nighter for me. And I'm like, I gotta get this movie.
This is not a movie I gotta get
this movie done because I got another crazy day tomorrow with all the auditions and then the Fenway thing. So, we had to sneak that in really good. So I had to keep going back. I'm like, I think I missed something really important because now we're doing something really weird. And then you know what? We didn't. We just jumped. Like he's with Al Pacino. Al Pacino has his reveal, and then Jill is now not on the cruise ship anymore, and now she's home.
But as Jack is dressing up like Jill.
Yeah, Jack is dressing up like Jill. But then I don't know how she gets off the cruise ship to go home. And then does Adam Sandler go back to the cruise ship, and that's when his wife yells at him, or does he go home and that's when his wife yells at him?
I think she's on the cruise ship with him.
Okay.
Because they're just going as a family.
Yeah.
And that's what
I thought.
And Pacino flies in on a helicopter.
I thought he went back to the cruise ship, but that makes me think, how does Jill get off of the cruise ship to go back to Brooklyn?
Jill was never on the cruise ship.
I thought Jill was on the cruise ship.
Jill, I don't think she ever was.
I think she was, and that was like the whole. He didn't want her to go on the cruise ship, and that's why he wanted to get rid of her before New Year's. And then he pays for her to go on the cruise ship, so that he can set her up with Al Pacino.
I'm not watching this movie again to find this out.
Okay. You can leave some comments down below.
Let us know,
audience, please, so we can figure this out. I think that's true.
I'm not watching this ever again.
So David Spade's a fun addition, and then they're still beating up on Rob Schneider.
Why is he in this too?
No, but Jill's getting back at David Spade, and Jill's like, well, you just so you know, I had a really important date with a really important Hollywood actor, and David Spade's like, I bet it was Rob Schneider. And Jill's like,
man.
And Jill's like, hey, I like Rob Schneider. Leave him alone.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean this
is unnecessary.
No, that wasn't mean. That was like it was being up on him. But looking back, I think it was a more tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. I don't think it was just like a funny joke. I don't think it was meant to be mean to Rob Schneider. I think Rob Schneider would go, "Oh, you guys." It wasn't like Grown Ups where it felt really mean.
Do you think?
Yeah.
This is when Rob Schneider was shooting Rob on CBS for 4 episodes.
I'm trying to remember when that show came on. It's
on Netflix.
Jack and Jill comes on in 2011.
I feel like we should watch those as a special side podcast.
No, what a Rob Schneider show.
There's only 4 episodes.
That's so many.
They're only 20 minutes long.
So
we get to see Cheech Marin.
I don't care.
I mean, I'm mostly kidding.
And here's what bothers me too is that at the end, Jill gets set up with Felipe, the gardener, and his 2 kids.
Oh yeah,
right. And Felipe's like, "I love you, Jill," and Jill's like, "I love you too," and I'm like, "You guys just spent 20 minutes with each other. That's all you have to go on. You both cannot be in love with each other. All right."
He's a nice man,
right? And then more importantly, why she did, like, I feel like this movie has worked so hard to make her like the butt of all these jokes and stuff and make her like this completely unrealistic composite personality of different bad jokes. But like everybody loves her but Adam Sandler, and I just don't know why. If you've set her up to be this horrible person, this disgusting human being, like, why is everybody just like thinks she's the coolest and the funniest, and then some people even fall in love with her? Al Pacino and
madly
Felipe. Because she's from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You can't find other Brooklyn girls?
And I also want to state, that's another way Adam's going to put a basketball game in his movie.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we're at a basketball game again. Here we are.
He loves basketball.
He just wanted to hang out with the Lakers and I guess the Sacramento Kings. Like, that was his dream.
That was the game?
That was the game. You weren't paying attention, Joe? Come on.
I didn't care about the teams. I was into why was Johnny Depp and Al Pacino at this movie playing themselves.
I cannot believe that Johnny Al Pacino. We looked at the box office stuff, and you're like, okay, fine.
And it's not even like this is where Johnny Depp started doing bad movies. No, he had been doing movies for like bad.
Yeah, but even when Johnny Depp does bad movies, he gets like $20 million to do them, and he's like the star, or he's like the second guy there behind like the regular, not crazy makeup guy. So I just don't I don't know why you wanted to do this movie, Johnny Depp. Are you just really good friends with Adam Sandler, or you're really good friends with Al Pacino, or you lost a dare, or
Al Pacino and Johnny Depp were in Donnie Brasco together, I believe.
Okay, yeah, there could be something to
Maybe
that.
they were like, let's reunite. They're Donnie Brasco reuniting.
Let's have a Donnie Brasco reunion in this Adam Sandler film. So I want to just real quickly before we end this, I want to talk about the Oscar joke where like she breaks the Oscar and she's like, oh, you probably have more than one, right? And Al Pacino's like, you'd think, wouldn't you? Should Al Pacino have more Oscars than he has?
No, I can answer that quickly for you.
Why?
Because he won it for the wrong movie. They were supposed to give it to him for like another movie that he was way better in, but like it's like the same thing with Martin Scorsese for The Departed.
Yeah, that's. I don't know, but like look at pull up some of those roles he was nominated for. He was nominated like 8 times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could get into a whole thing where these actors. I'm gonna look at Al Pacino.
Yeah,
like Robert De Niro. What's his movies?
Oh, yeah, we'll worry about Robert De Niro when Robert De Niro was in an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, God, let my dreams come true. What should I, like, what's the...
Just, I don't know, you can look at, you can look up his IMDb, maybe, it'll be there.
Oh, that's true.
So, Jiminy, any phone calls while Joe's looking that up? No? Okay. So, Scent of a Woman is probably his last good film. So, it's, at least they got it out of the way there.
Okay, yeah, I'll go on IMDb.
Okay.
Wikipedia's not helping.
But, like, I think his first one is Godfather 1, where he's best supporting actor. He's not the lead actor, which is weird.
One Oscar and another 43 wins and...
the other ones are like,
66 nominations.
Like BAFTAs and Golden Globes and stuff, so don't worry about those.
So he won in 93.
Yeah, that's The Scent of the Woman.
Same year, he was nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
He was nominated for Best Actor in Dick Tracy.
Yeah, that's weird. I forgot he was even in that movie.
Nominated for Best Actor in Injustice for All. Nominated for Best Actor in Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah.
And these are all in the 70s.
Yeah.
Nominated for Best Actor in Godfather Part 2. Nominated for Best Actor in a leading role for Serpico.
Yep. And
nominated for Best Supporting Actor for The Godfather.
So, which of those movies, Scent of a Woman included, do you think he should have won for?
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Oh, Joe, don't admit that on the podcast.
I'm not really a big Al Pacino fan.
Yeah, but those movies, most of those movies there are pretty good.
I think I've seen Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon is a good movie. Both Godfathers are good movies. What were the other ones?
I started watching Godfather Part 2, but then I was like,
it's a long movie.
And I saw the runtime and I'm like, no.
It's 2 movies inside of one movie.
When you say 3 hours, the first one's 3 hours. I think the second one is like 5. It's closer to 5 hours. It might be 3.
It's not close. It's not 5 hours.
It was like a 2.5. It was like 2 discs.
No.
So he's been nominated for some TV roles in TV movies.
Yeah, he does those TV movies like Phil Spector and Angels in America. He was in
Jack. He won for a Golden Globe.
Oh yeah, that movie too.
It's got a lot.
That's the one he was
Golden Globe nomination.
Like I don't know, yeah. That's it. So you can put that there in the comments section, guys. What roles should he have won Oscars for that he was nominated, and should he have won for Scent of a Woman?
Did you know that he was nominated for a Saturn Award for The Devil's Advocate?
I remember that movie.
I can't believe anyone was that movie is
that's like
bananas.
That's like him and Keanu Reeves
and Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
97.
What a weird movie. That movie opens up weird too. That movie just kind of starts and like the credits.
He was nominated in 2000 for a Blockbuster Entertainment Award for favorite actor for Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, he's a football coach there.
Is he the coach? Oh yeah, because Cameron Diaz is like the owner.
He gives the speech.
Yeah,
he's like game of inches.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what Al Pacino sounds like. Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ha! Yeah, that's.
There you go. He was
born in 1940. How old does that make him?
That would make him 76. It would make him 71 when he did Jack and Jill. He is not. He's got some energy for a 71-year-old. That guy's got some moves.
He's 5'7". He's really short.
He's a tiny man.
He's a little tiny man.
He's like.
I'm taller than him.
I can say this because I just saw him last night at home plate. Just Dustin Pedroia is a tiny person.
Is that a baseball?
He's a baseball player. He's like a tiny Red Sox. He's a very little.
He's a little Red Sox.
I could take him in my pocket. I could take him home with me.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he can be like put him in like a little terrarium. He can run around in a cage, get his exercise, field some balls. Then when the Red Sox need him again, I'll give him back. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
It was a very tangent-heavy episode.
Last week with Bob was very tangent-heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I would say, I don't.
Well, it hasn't been just two of us for a little bit, so we're
nice.
kind of getting back in the rhythm and the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Jiminy I don't think Jiminy's been here while it's been just the two of us. I think we've had a guest since we've come back from the break.
No, well, bedtime stories.
Oh, that's right. Bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories, baby.
See, I look at that going, I go, I thought this would be way worse.
That's my voice the next film. But waiting in the wings.
We have another Grown Ups. We have like 4 Transylvania movies.
Well, right after that's what we have our first Hotel Transylvania.
Okay.
Which is pretty much every one of his friends in that movie, plus Selena Gomez. She's a new addition.
Who's she?
She plays his daughter, I believe.
Okay. You got to get the young folks into the hotels.
Yep. And then after that we have a Grown Ups.
We don't need to go through the whole list. The audience will find it out as we go, or they can look it up on IMDb themselves.
Fun. He was on Conan recently.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Talking about the do-over or just for fun?
He was in a recorded segment for Young Han Solo edition. I want to look that up.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then, did I tell you he has another movie besides the Jewish one coming out?
With the Dustin Hoffman, Ben Stiller, Noah Baumbach movie?
Yeah, now he has another one in the wings too. It's another comedy.
What is it?
It's called Sandy Wexler. Did we talk about this yet?
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was the Dustin Hoffman movie.
This is the third Netflix film. This is officially the third.
Man.
Starring Kevin James.
No!
I think we did talk about this.
No!
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Terry Crews.
Oh, man. That doesn't make me mad. I just don't like it. I don't like Terry
Arsenio
Crews.
Hall.
Oh, that's okay.
That's interesting, right?
That's a new one. That could be cool.
Wait, is a wrestling fan? This is a wrestling movie? My ears perked up. I don't know. This is a wrestling fan.
Oh my god!
See how it goes. But yeah, I don't know if we talked about that already. So if we did, I'll just edit it out.
All right, we did. Okay.
I don't know, but I like seeing your. It's not till next year, so.
We might be able to catch up then. We might be able to beat him to the punch.
I hope it's a January movie.
All right, Joe, do you have any final thoughts here?
I'm glad this one is over.
All right, so I think in our chronology here, I think we're starting to see some slippage, right? This might be...
For the box office, yes.
Yeah, this might
definitely.
be like Adam Sandler can make some mistakes, and he can lose some goodwill with his audiences.
And this is just a little tease for next week's box office. The slippage is going to continue.
It's going to continue. So we're at this we're at the trend here where Adam Sandler's projects might need some more thought. He can't just do whatever he wants and turn to $1 million. He got lucky with Grown Ups. He got lucky with just go with it. But now you sort of have to start. Now Adam Sandler might have to start going back and figuring out, all right, let's see. We don't want to maybe we can't just throw any pile of garbage out there and hope that it sticks. And maybe we should have some second drafts on some of these scripts. The audience is starting to get a little lazy to our shtick. I think the PG thing hurts him too. I think some of the older audience may not want to go there because of it, and some of the older parents might not want to take their younger audience to see it because they know it's Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
and they're familiar with like old stuff. So I think that PG might hurt him too. But I guess Bedtime Stories did well. But that has the Disney brand attached to it, so...
Disney's
is this Happy Madison?
Yeah, this is Happy Madison.
Did he write this?
Yeah, no, definitely he wrote this.
Okay.
With like one of his
So
friends.
it was an Adam Sandler project through and through.
Yeah.
It's not someone that like, we got twins, wouldn't it be funny if we got someone like, I don't know, Adam Sandler to do both of these? Yeah, that might be kind of fun.
No, this is not just some... script that was...
Yeah, so Adam Sandler has his hand and foot. So Adam Sandler, I think, might have to learn to start trying a little bit more here. But we look forward to see where it goes with That's My Boy, so please stay tuned for that.
I know how that goes.
Joe has already seen it, but no spoilers, please. Joe, we'd like to thank Jiminy for watching the phones. Thank you very much, Jiminy. Sorry that your mustache looks as embarrassing as it does. Lev Van Rensselaer, doing great on the audio as always, I hope. So... we'd like to thank our sponsors, of course, turkeys. Thank you, turkeys. Next time you see a turkey, give them $1. They could really use the help. All right, and thanks, JJ Flash, of course, always joining us. And I, myself, Patrick Scale. You can find some of our works on www.quixoticunited.com. We've got shorts, we've got a feature, we've got a documentary coming out. So stay tuned for all those fun stuff. All right, Joe, say goodnight. Thanks for watching.
Good night, and thanks for watching.
I, Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, my destiny calls and I go, and the wild winds of fortune will carry me onward whithersoever they blow, whithersoever they blow.
This side, because we needed bags, we didn't have any bags, so I asked the team store for bags. Do you have any bags we could have for our customers? We're in that little booth over there. And then the girl, she's like, yeah, all right. And then she gives me one bag, and I say, oh, no, we're gonna need a few more, for all the customers that come in. It's raining out. And she goes, oh, yeah, sure. And then she gives me 2 bags. And then...
she's playing games.
And then she sent me on my way. So...
I don't think she wanted to give you any bags in the first place.
She wanted to hold those bags, these rare things that
are they plastic bags?
They're found in the far reaches of an ancient Inca temple, and they from their old baseball team, the Marduk Red Sox, and now they have to hold on to them tooth and nail.
They're plastic, right? Though.
Yeah, no, they're definitely made out of plastic. That's why they're still around 5,000 years later.
Well, I know those the Stop and Shop green bags that they charge you.
No green bags here.
Yeah.
No, just regular old disposable throwaway bags.
Well, I know, but I'm culturally aware of the green monster.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So I thought they might be green monster bags.
What's crazy is the baseball field doesn't look that big when you're right there.
Yeah.
No, it
doesn't look that big.
No,
isn't it like a stadium?
I know, but it looks so much bigger on TV. Then you go there and it's just kind of small, and then like a bunch of small people, and they're all really close together, and you're like, wow. And then like a guy will come with the hit, and you're like, you're a tiny man.
How full was the stadium last night?
So it was pretty full. There were a lot of people from Toronto in. Like half of the stadium was Toronto.
They were facing a Toronto team?
They were facing the Toronto team, yeah.
Okay.
So it was weird that they traveled down for this weekend, but so then they were...
Yeah, it's like a holiday weekend.
I know, they just wanted to come down to see this game in this rainy weather. And then they like battled each other with chants. And then like people leave baseball games early for obvious reasons.
Yes. You've seen it pretty much after the first time they switch.
Right, yeah. So it's like, so 2/3 of the way through, everybody's leaving, and I'm like, well, I'm walking around, I've got some time, so I'm like, all right, well, let's just, and then there was like an empty chair like right behind home plate. I'm like, I'm just going to take that chair, that's fine. And there's so many security cards there. They care if you're standing in the standing room only section, and they care if you're standing in the middle of the stairs, and they care if you're standing behind a chair, but they don't care if you take somebody's seat.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. Point my story. Point my story, people. If you're at a ballpark, just take a seat. Just take one, and stay in it until somebody says, "Oh, I think that's my seat," and you go, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed."
Wait, this was the point of the story? I thought it was going a whole different direction when it started with bags.
No, I think I'm ranting now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I already told you my popcorn story, so.
Yeah, it was a good popcorn story.
Don't challenge me on free refills of popcorn. I will win every time.
Yeah, you.
I've put many movie theaters out of business.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Eating up their popcorn. It's either me or like a crumbling. It's like me or a crumbling distribution economy. I don't know. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's me though.
I don't understand the logic that you're putting them out of business by just eating their popcorn.
I'm eating their.
Oh, because it's free refills.
Free refills.
Okay. Yes, I forgot about that.
Thank you. That's the most important part.
Yes, that's the element
of the
missing.
popcorn. I need you. Oh, and I also saw like 5 people get engaged last night.
I don't understand that.
I get it, but I feel like if you're like the third dude, you're like, shit, I can't do it tonight.
I mean,
two other people have just done it before me. I'm just going to be some schmo.
Yeah.
Or she's going to be like, oh, you did it too? How original.
I hope she says it like that.
Right?
How original.
And I don't remember all of them, but the one that sticks out in my head the most was just like they were just against the wall and the camera's filming them, and clearly she was expecting to be filmed. I don't know what she thought it would be about after the third time somebody got proposed against that wall, and there's just a banner underneath it. It says, "Will you marry me?" And she's just looking at him like, what's going on? And then he just points up to the board, and then she looks and she goes, oh my God. I'm like, you couldn't even say it? You had to have a effing billboard say for it? And then he squirrely pulls out his ring, and she's just like, that's the ring? And he just nods his head like, I don't know, maybe
was he unable to...
He might be mute. Maybe I'm making fun of this poor guy.
Impaired?
And he just can't talk. And like, that's or he's deaf or something. Like, and I'm just making fun of him right now, but he'll never know I'm talking about him. Because I'm sure out of all the Blue Jays games that they have played this year...
Oh, wait, were these Toronto fans that were proposing?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that I've already mentioned that it's a Blue Jays game. So, they can kind of pick up where there were 5 people, and every Blue Jays game probably has 5 people proposing. And
I don't know who'd really want to get proposed to.
But let me tell you, that crowd was super into it. They were like, fuck yeah.
Well, because it's one of the interesting games, right?
No. I'm talking about the proposal. They were very supportive of the proposal.
Oh, so because they thought they probably thought it was like a movie going on, like an Adam Sandler one.
I think they see this all the time.
I brought it back. Are we not recording yet?
Oh, no, we're recording.
Okay, so I did bring it back to what we should be talking about.
All right, fine. All right, I guess we'll get to this episode.
Well, he proposed in like a movie, right? Anger Management. What did you do in that one?
I don't remember.
With Marissa Tomei?
I remember that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he runs onto the field.
Yeah, and he's like, I want to marry you.
Yeah, I was a dick, but now I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to let me marry you.
Don't marry Jack Nicholson,
which was never on the table.
Yeah. Also, what's that age difference? Like 25 years, at least.
Adam Sandler's character had seen a lot of Jack Nicholson movies, and he knows what a charmer Jack Nicholson is, so he was right to be afraid.
Yeah.
Banana phone.
Are you talking about Shelley Duvall?
No, I think they were of an appropriate age back then.
No, I'm saying... Oh, wait. I'm talking... I thought you were talking about what he did in Marriages.
No.
Like in movies?
Yeah,
he
he
tried to kill her in that one.
Yeah, he did, right? But, he
didn't kill her.
But he might have been an alcoholic, or it might have been ghosts. We just don't know what was going on in that relationship.
I think it was Stanley Kubrick.
You don't know.
Can you imagine a Stanley Kubrick film?
Just imagine.
And but it's just all of Sandler's buddies.
Oh my God, that movie would be insane.
It's a true verite movie.
He might be able to do it because he doesn't really have his actors act a lot in his movies. He just has them be like robots. He's kind of like Samuel Beckett in that way.